Welcome back, students. We are studying automatic generation control, and we will see what is automatic generation control. So in the previous lecture we have studied turbine speed governing system. Actually, there is a change in active power. When there is a change in active power, there is a change in frequency. Okay, so जब भी you will see that load is changing. जब कभी भी सिस्टम में लोड चेंज होगा, इट रिजल्ट्स इन द चेंज इन फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द सिस्टम. ऐसा कैसे? बिकॉज द मशीन एंगल और द स्पीड ऑफ द मशीन चेंजेस अकॉर्डिंग टू द लोड. उसको मेंटेन करने के लिए द आउटपुट ऑफ द जनरेटर को मेंटेन करने के लिए देयर इज अ स्पीड गवर्निंग सिस्टम. So there is a change in kinetic energy of turbine generator. Also when there is a change in speed, तो turbine और generator की जो kinetic energy है, it is also changes. Whenever the load is changed, so the real power output of the generator and reactive power output of the generator is to be matched with the load power. Okay, so there will be two type of the controls therefore. So to match the real power we have load frequency control, and to match reactive power we have voltage control methods. The control of real power output of the electric generator so as to match the system load requirement is termed as automatic generation control or load frequency control. Okay, so whenever there is a change in load, there is a change in frequency, and due to change in load of the system, the real power of the generator is to be matched with the system load requirement, and the process of controlling the system in this way is called as load frequency control or automatic generation control. So under automatic generation control we have two basic loops. Number one is LFC, load frequency control, and number two is AVR, that is automatic voltage regulator. These controllers take care of small changes in load demand to maintain the frequency deviation and tie line power deviation within specified limits. Okay, तो ये जो controllers हैं, they took care of all the small type of load changes. Also the LFC, load frequency control, is insensitive to very small changes in load because it will disturb the machine dynamics, or there will be wear and tear to the machine. Also the machine will go into hunting zone. So the coupling between LFC, because why we are talking about coupling, because LFC loop and AVR loop, there is no coupling between them. Okay, LFC loop is insensitive to small changes in these frequency small changes in load and thus frequency deviations. Also the AVR loop, the voltage control loop, is having a very small time constant, so it is very fast, and the transient will not affect the dynamics of the load frequency control loop. Load frequency control and AVR can be analyzed independently. This is why AVR and LFC can be analyzed differently. तो यहाँ पर हमारे पास there is a diagram showing what is automatic generation control. तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो from one side the steam is coming, from one side the steam is coming, so steam इस तरफ से, so these pipes are coming to the turbine. The turbine is having three stages. In case of the steam turbine, it is having three stages: low pressure stage, high pressure stage, and intermediate pressure stage. Also there is a shaft that is coupled to the generator, means whatever will be the speed of the turbine, the generator will rotate at same speed. And these are the generators bus bars through which we can sense the voltage and the frequency. Right now here number one loop is this, the LFC loop. From the bus bars also the frequency sensing can be done through the shaft. The frequency sensed from here, the bus bars, is given to LFC controller, where it works upon LFC controller works to find the error for frequency. If there is a change, if there is a changed frequency, then it will try to correct the frequency according to the load demanded from the tie line. So the same change in load is given to the valve control mechanism. This is the governing system, and it governs or it controls the steam valve. And whenever there is a change in load, means if the load is increased, suppose if the load is increased, so machine speed will decrease. Okay, so in that way, if the load is increased, then generator have to produce more power to match the load demand. In that case, the valve here the valve must be open, or the more steam must enter through this pipe to the turbine, so that the generator speeds up. Generator will speed up and match the system frequency so as to deliver the required power change from the tie line. Okay, so this is one loop, and another loop is here. This is a voltage sensor loop, or AVR loop. Here the voltage is sensed, the change in voltage given to AVR controller, and from AVR controller how much the reactive power needed to be changed can be controlled through this excitation system for the generator. Okay, this is the complete block diagram with the control, all the controllers and their transfer functions. Here we have a generator model. Here we have a governor model, a turbine model, and a generator load model. Okay, so let us see quickly what are these. In the previous lecture, we have seen turbine speed governing system, and from the turbine speed governing system we have determined the speed governing characteristic of a generating unit. As you can see, this is the speed governor. Okay, so the same speed governor can be shown through these control blocks. Here is steam that is entering to the valve or gate of the turbine. This is the shaft, and after this shaft we have the generator. यहाँ से frequency को sense किया जा रहा है, और एक reference frequency के accordingly एक error produce करी जा रही है. Means if the required frequency is 50 Hz, then the sensed frequency and the reference frequency 50 Hz are matched to find the error. If there is some error, then it goes to this proportional integrator, and also we have a speed regulation parameter here, R, which is used to set the frequency when two or more generating units are working in a same system. Okay, so this control system can be reduced. This is the control system. The above system can be represented as this, only we have changed the sides. So delta F, here is R speed regulation. We have to find this error, and this error will correct the steam valve position. After solving for the above system, we have find this reduced block diagram with this transfer function. So this error is equal to minus 1 by r 1 divided by 1 plus stg delta f. So you can see here I can represent it with two blocks only. Okay, so this is a reduced block diagram where 1 by r is the speed regulation parameter, or called as droop, okay, or slope of the droop characteristic. So this system can be characterized as a proportional controller with gain 1 by r, and Tg is the turbine governor time constant in seconds, which is equal to 1 by kr. Okay, so as the relation between frequency and load can be adjusted by changing an input as u. So what is happening when generators are working in parallel? So speed regulation parameter हमें चाहिए ही, और साथ में हमें एक load reference point भी चाहिए, that how much load is to be set. So when you set u here also input as a set point, then we again form a reduced block diagram. So this is the calculation to derive the reduced block diagram, and we get a reduced block diagram like this. So previous system we are having only delta f 1 by r 1 by s plus tg and delta I. Right now we are having a summer here, and we are subtracting this part delta f 1 by r from u. So u minus 1 by r delta f multiplied by this whole term, this is equal to delta I. So you can see here, okay, so delta I is equal to u minus delta f by r multiplied by whole term 1 by 1 plus stg. Okay, so in this way we have derived a transfer function, or the model for our speed governing system. Let us see what is the model for a turbine and a generator. So while we are going to turbine model, so this is our turbine model. This is a simple representation of a turbine with a reheat system. So there is a reheater, single reheater. There is a crossover between intermediate pressure and low pressure part. So turbine is having three parts: high pressure, intermediate pressure and low pressure. First, from the boiler the steam is coming. MSV is the main steam valve and CV is the control valve. So this is basically used to control the flow, and this is operated in an emergency condition. When from boiler the steam goes to high pressure part, there is a production of power or conversion of power in the form of mechanical energy in the high pressure part. Then the steam is reheated, and through intermediate valve it goes to IP, okay, to the intermediate portion of the turbine. Then some of work done is done by here by the steam, and also there will be a fraction of power is developed across this turbine. Then through crossover it goes to the low pressure part, and from low pressure part while the steam do some work here to rotate the turbine, and through this coupling of generator and the turbine system, our generator will start to rotate. Also the condenser system is here to take out the condensed steam. Okay, so this is a turbine model which will be used to derive our control system for a automatic generation control. Okay, so in the next lecture we will see turbine model, then we will see generator model, and then we will define the complete AGC control system. Thank you.